That's my microwave. There we go. Dinner's ready. Right, I'll have to make this quick, otherwise my microwave will start moaning at me that the food is still in the microwave. Anywho, please introduce yourself, give me a countdown for when you want the timer to start, and then we will get started.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, InstaSim. Hello, everybody. I am Nick RP Green, and this is not a Metal Gear speedrun. Those who know me will know that I am most notably a Metal Gear speedrunner, but I decided to branch out recently, and so I brought to InstaSpeedathon my first marathon runs of both 007 Everything or Nothing today and Lord of the Rings Two Towers tomorrow. This is going to be a lot of fun. This is a game I absolutely loved as a kid. It was so much fun, and I decided on stream just to let's do a retro replay of some games and see if I'd wanna speedrun them. So I did this, and then I learnt the speedrun, and I loved it. So I did it. So this is the GameCube version of the game. There's not that many differences between all of the different versions. But the GameCube one runs really well, and apparently the driving in particular is much cleaner. This is an operative run, so we are running on the easiest difficulty level because not only is it easier, but it also cuts out a lot of fluff. Which I'll talk more about that as we go through. We're allowed to play on New Game Plus, so we just do all of the missions in order. It means we get to skip cutscenes because cutscenes aren't skippable when you start a brand new game, and there's some levels that are actually cutscenes as well, which we don't have to do. So time will begin when I select the first mission, which is the prologue mission, Ground Zero. So we will get this run started in 3, 2, 1, go! Alrighty. This first mission is pretty straightforward. We are given a sort of brief tutorial how to attack. Lock onto targets, stand behind cover, that old stuff. I'm gonna just make sure I get rid of all of that ammo and just take out as many enemies. We're on a wait here. We're just gonna wait for a cutscene. That cutscene. There we go. And now we can move. We're gonna go and grab a briefcase because it's like a nuclear button. We're gonna grab the briefcase. We're gonna take this guy out up here. Oh, he's not dead. Before he tries to shoot me. There we go. And now we get access to Bond's rappel. Which is one of the key features of this game. The game makes use of the rappel a lot. We're now going to try and take out this... there we go. And skillfully dodge. There we go. Good. Taking those out. Now we're just going to exit. We're just going to leave the level. We're going to rappel back down again. And we are going to completely ignore all the enemies. Do not need to worry about shooting. Just take the hits. And we will dive into the finish. And that is the first mission done. Lovely. It's very, very simple level, that one. And now we head into MI6 training. So now that we've done a mission, we kind of get the actual tutorial. So we have a bit of a hand-to... Oh, I got punched. We have a bit of a hand-to-hand tutorial. So we punch that guy out, we throw that guy, and then this guy, we are going to counter. There we go. And we can move on. Go on, Bond. We learn more about rappelling. So we're gonna... There we go, the voice of John Cleese there. This is one of the notable things about this game, is it did include the original casts as reprising their roles. This is the first, I say the first, this is the only game where Pierce Brosnan actually voices Bond. I believe it's the only game where John Cleese voices Q, and the only game where Judi Dench voices M. It also has some other celebrities. The Bond girls are all notable, or at least were notable for the time. And the main villain is a very, very wonderful actor that everyone will know, who you may never have known, has appeared in a Bond adjacent thing. I won't spoil it just yet if you didn't already know. So we're just going to learn more about cover. We don't need to cover these guys. They will shoot and it won't hurt. Oh, I needed to reload. I'll get the rappel out. Rappel up there. Thanks, Judy. So we're going to climb, 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 climb. Now we're going to be introduced to sniper training. we go. Let's take that out. So yeah, this is, I believe I want to say the fourth Pierce Brosnan game in the series. Here we are introduced to a lovely little gadget called the Q Spider, or the Spider Bomb. So we move it around. It likes to get stuck to walls sometimes. Move around that way, and then we can detonate it to blow it up. It's we actually don't have access to this again for quite a few levels. We can use the Q Spider, but we can't detonate it. We unlock that ability again later. So it's funny that we have a tutorial for it, and then we have it taken away from us for quite a few levels. But that's it. We're done. We're going to push that button. We're going to roll into the exit, and that is the MI6 training done. So I'm going to be careful with the menuing here because it's very easy to accidentally hit save. We're going to need to go back one and go back to Operative. It likes to push it another level along. So we now begin Act 1. This takes place in Egypt and begins with another use of the rappel. This is called A Long Way Down. We're going to see the rappel used extensively throughout this mission. If you ever played the demo for Everything Nothing back in the day, this was one of the missions that was on the demo. There were two. The other one we will see quite a bit later, actually. So here we are just going to try and get through just as quickly as possible. This game is relatively light on tricks and glitches and stuff. There are some, but for the majority of it is just sort of good knowledge, ammo and health management. Health management in particular, it is very easy, even on this difficulty, is very easy to take a death. So we're going to hop down here, hoppity hoppity hop, keep on hopping. Keep on hopping. We're now going to take out these flame vents. Unfortunately, there is no way of getting around these. So going out here. There's going to be some guards come out of that. Come out of there, so we'll take them out. The MP5K here is I do believe the best weapon in the game. It's great. There's going to be a guy here with a rocket launcher, so make sure he doesn't attack me. There's quite a few guards in here. Oh, I'm going to just roll and get off the edge. It should be okay as long as we get down to the bottom. That'll be the end of the mission, and we're all good. There we go. No sweat. All right. So that's that mission done. We move straight on to train chase. We have our first driving level, and the driving levels in this game actually use a completely different engine. I believe, I'm probably wrong, but I believe it is a reused Need for Speed engine, because the game was developed by EA. Of course, EA also developed the Need for Speed series, so I believe it's like a repurposed Need for Speed Underground engine or something like that. And you can actually tell going into like into memory and stuff, because the memory values for driving levels are completely different from what the other values are. I have written an auto splitter for the emulator version of this game on GameCube, because I like writing auto splitters, and this one was quite fun to make. Here we're just trying to, again, as with most stuff, get through as quickly as possible. Cutting corners, taking out enemies so they don't get in our way. There's a couple of bond moments that we're going to skip here as well because they take a bit too long. So there's going to be a jump there. We're going to ignore that jump because that's slow. We're going to just slow down a little bit. There we go. And get round. Very smooth. And as we go along here chasing the train, we want to try and avoid getting hit by these... Getting hit by those. It's a little bit slow to go up a jump. We want to be clinging to the floor as much as possible. But it's not always that easy. So one more there. And as long as we get underneath the train in time, there's no problems. So just take that out so I'm not taking any damage. Not that it should matter. There we go. And we'll go under the train in a second. Just keep up against it. There we go, under the train, and Bond climbs onto the train, and all is good. And we say bye-bye to our first vehicle has been lost. Q is going to be so mad. We head into the train on our next mission. Now, fans of my Metal Gear runs will know that in Metal Gear speedruns, in a lot of cases, we do have a tendency to completely ignore stealth and just go for it. Well, you'll be glad to know that we do exactly the same thing in Everything or Nothing. Stealth means nothing to us. We are just going to run. So yeah, we completely ignore. Oh, go on. There we go, beat him down. Completely ignore all stealth mechanics and just run for it. Taking out guards wherever we need to. There's going to be a dark room in here, so I'm going to pop my thermovision on. And we go into our first boss fight. So another reappearing character in this game, which doesn't really make sense with the timeline, is Jaws. Richard Keel provided his likeness for Jaws here. And this boss fight is pretty straightforward. We're going to let Jaws hit us. He's going to turn around and hit me with that. And as soon as I get up, I'm going to... Oh, he's going to grab me, apparently. That's not very nice. I'm just going to punch him, and he should automatically walk... Ow. Jaws is not being very good. Jaws is not playing ball. Jaws, come on. Punch. He should automatically just wander back towards that. There we go. And that's done. One in there, and we're finished. A little bit of a time loss there, but... yeah, as I say, the timeline doesn't really work for Jaws to be in this. Jaws kind of finished in Moonraker as an ally, almost. And then suddenly he's back. He's alive. But... the Bond films have always sort of played hard and loose with the timelines anyway. And of course, Jaws was a Roger Moore Bond villain, not Pierce Brosnan. We now go into... this is the only helicopter level of the run. Thank God. So the thing with the helicopter that's weird is... you'll notice I'm kind of strafing, because strafing is the fastest way for the helicopter to move, and I am really bad at it. It also doesn't help that the helicopter controls are god-awful. When it comes to helicopters or any flying vehicles in games, my preferred method, if anyone's played Grand Theft Auto 5 or GTA Online, that is my preferred control method of flying a helicopter. It feels really nice. The control scheme for the helicopter in this is just really, really awkward, and I hate it. So you will see me bump a lot. I don't optimize the strafing quite as good as I should do. Oh, that's cool. We got into the cutscene. Off we go. Come on. And now we got to get to this is the final Egypt level. We can't take out this helicopter yet. It is futile to try because he will just send out flares. So again, just trying to strafe as much as possible just to speed up a little bit. These flames do actually hurt quite a bit. There's a Bond moment for avoiding all of the flames. And strafe, and strafe, and strafe. There we go. That's a nice. See, now that we're out in the open, you get a nice easy strafe here. And then the final bit, we just have to destroy this platform. So there's 3 sort of shield generators. We'll shoot those. There goes the first one. Don't worry, we only get a cutscene for the first one. Shoot the second one when the cutscene loads. There we go. And those 2. And then for the final bit, we're going to get up nice and close to the general and just keep shooting, and kaboom. There we go. That is Act 1 complete. Our mission in Egypt is complete. We've rescued the scientists. She's fine, and then in the cutscene that we skipped there, we find out that she's actually double-crossed us. She was evil all along, and she's working for the bad guy. We're going to skip the MI6 interlude because that is a cutscene. That's the advantage of playing on New Game Plus. And we are going to head to one of the main areas of the game. We're now off to Peru, where we are picking up the trail from 003. So 003 was here before us. He was working on a mission where someone called Diavolo, who owns a platinum mine here, and there was some shady business going on. But unfortunately, MI6 lost all contact with 003, so 007 has been sent in to sort of pick up where he left off and see if you can find him. So first what I'm going to do is we're going to head to 003's hideout. I'm going to smash my way there. Luckily there's a cutscene here which is going to completely reset my positioning. And we're going to try and do a nice handbrake turn there. That was good. Get out of the car. And
just letting you know, I've just speedrun my dinner and I'm back.
Oh, lovely. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your dinner.
I did indeed. Thank you very much.
There was a voicemail left by I believe some sort of an archaeologist, or I actually don't know what her profession is, Serena Saint-Germain, which is incidentally the name of this level. So we are going to go and meet up with her and sort of find out what she knew. So she was working with 003 before he went missing, so she's hopefully going to be able to clue us in as to what's been going on. So we're going to head into town. This is a really, really big open area. There's lots of missions that take place here. In fact, later on, there's actually a race around it. So we get to see quite a lot of Peru. We're going to head through here. I'm going to deliberately get spotted. Oh, I think I might not have gotten spotted there. Yeah, I actually didn't get spotted. If you get spotted, you skip that little cutscene. But luckily, it's not too difficult. We're going to activate our Q cloak, smash through the middle of these, pop it back on. We do need to make sure that we have lost the patrols before we can go and pick up Serena. But that's fine. We already have. There'll be some more up here. Just going to handbrake turn around these corners. There's going to be another patrol here. I'm going to smash through them. Turn my Q cloak back on, head down here, and should be fine. Yeah, no problem. Already lost patrol. So meet up with Serena. She tells us about the platinum mine, which we're going to go and check out. We don't actually get into the platinum mine yet. That'll be much later. But we're going to go and check out the area. So Serena gets in. We're just going to make our way over there. So reach the base of the mountain fortress. So again, using the Q cloak just to try and avoid being spotted, because it does slow you down a little bit if you oh, I actually did get spotted there. So let's activate the Q cloak and see if I can lose the patrol. It doesn't slow you down too much. Just getting shot isn't always great. Activate it again. We can go round that patrol there, and that's it. We should be done with the Q cloak for now. There's a tank there. We'll just ignore the tank. It's fine. All the way around here. Very nice. And then we have this funky little moment here, where rather than face the tank, because that'd be a silly idea in AKN, and also there's a big blockage there. We're going to jump down here. This jump can be a little finicky sometimes. Some reason you just find that Bond doesn't make the jump. So I do have to be... Okay, we're good. We're across. And the handling going up this hill is just atrocious. You can see me going all over the place. The handling just goes completely out of control. Okay, so we have reached the mountain base. We can't go in the front gate, so we're going to go around the side and we're going to sneak our way in. Except when I say sneak our way in, we're going to completely ignore stealth and we're just going to smash. So we're going to split up from Serena for now. She's going to go and take cover as we hit Vertigo. Now this is probably the first mission that can cause problems. When I first started learning the game, this was the first mission that I really struggled with. But it's fine now. We're all good now. Right, so we're going to run. We've got our sleeper dart out. The sleeper dart is really overpowered. It is a one-hit silenced kill. It does have a slight cooldown between shots. And we're going to be back on the rappel here. I'm going to ignore that guard behind me. That's fine. He's good. Oh, these guys are going to dive in. I'll take him out. I am going to take that guy out because otherwise I will take a lot of damage. But we'll try and get up here before he starts dealing with me. Lovely. There's going to be a guard who comes down here. I am going to shoot him because he can really hurt. More repelling. Up we go. And then there's going to be a rocket launcher guy here. I should have reloaded before there. Don't want to get hit, ideally. I do want to kill him, but I've got to be careful. If you kill him from too far away, there's like a little cinematic that plays. We don't want that cinematic to play. There's going to be another guard here, which I do need to make sure I take out before I go up, because he will just rinse you. And then head up here. So we are trying to find 003. We believe 003 is here somewhere, and that's what we're actually doing here. He's not going to be here, but we are going to find his like transponder or something like that. And take out that armored dude. Oh. Get out of my way. Thank you. One more rappel up to the very top. Oh, my headshots are not very good here. There we go. So we found 003's uplink, but not 003. I am very low on health, but that's fine. There's some armor here. Lovely. Have I got any other weapons? Apparently not. There we go, man. Oh, I am... Oh, this is not nice. I'm just going to slow things down a little. This mission can go out of hand very, very quickly. Upload the uplink there.
Uplink installed.
Now we can leave. So we head back the way we came. There's going to be another set of guards here. Again, I'm going to just slow this down a little bit. There is some armor at the end of this corridor. So I am going to get that armor. Because that was a little sketchy there. There's some more armor there, but let's play this safe. I know the exit's right around this corner, but there are a lot of guards here to have to deal with, and if just one of them is in my way, it can cause like this guy. It can cause some problems. But there we go, mission done. Vertigo complete. Yeah, that's the first mission in the game that can really throw a spanner in the works. So we're good. Took me a little bit of time, but we're all good. We move on to the ruined tower. This is supposed to be another stealth mission. Again, we're going to completely ignore that. We have a very, very fast route that we can take through here. We're just going to ignore the guards as much as possible. Keep my P19 out, P99. And make our way through. There's going to be... Oh, no, I want to shoot that guy. Get my rappel out. Oh, if you're quick enough, you can avoid that blast, but that's fine. I'm up here, and we're just trying to ignore as much as possible here, and just make our way through. We're going to kind of do this big loop around the outside of the level. Reloads. Don't worry about all these shots that I'm taking. Crash through here, and then we're going to get this little truck. This little truck's got some dynamite in it. We're going to use that to blow up the route that we need to take. So ignore it for a moment, because we're going to go this way. You do have to be careful with the truck. Oh wow, that was an interesting dive. You do have to be careful with the truck. If you get hit by it, it will just kill you. And then it's going to go there, detonate it. Luckily the explosion doesn't hurt you. So that's the mission. That's probably the fastest mission we've had so far. There are faster. Now we move into Death of an Asian, and you may have just seen the splash there of the main villain. You may recognise that dude. Some grenades out here, because there's a bunch of guards there, and it's easier to take them out with grenades. And I'll get the SIG. There's 003. Unfortunately, 003 is dead. I mean, the mission is called Death of an Agent, so it wasn't really a big surprise that he was going to die. This is one of the first missions where playing on Operative really saves you some time. There's like down that hole there, there's an underground crypt, which you do have to travel through. You put your thermovision on, and you do have to travel through it if you're on any other difficulty than Operative. So that's one of the other reasons for playing on Operative. We just have to worry about the main objectives. As soon as the guard comes out there, I'm going to shoot that, just so that I don't get blasted by it myself. And then we are going to go into one of the other big set pieces of the game. This section, you can actually play this section straight away. You don't have to do this whole mission if you don't want to. You can just play this bit over and over again. This is called the Leap of Faith. Serena gets thrown off the cliff, and we have to chase her down. There's not actually a lot that goes on here. There's 3 Bond moments. Those are sort of special objectives that, you know, are sort of cool and sort of match the movie tone. We are going to do one of them because it is faster to do that. The other 2 requires going into to Bond vision. What the Bond moment is going through that little gap there. There we go. You see the 007 trophy. We grab Serena, and that's Leap of Faith. And on to a show of force. This is an auto-scroller tank mission. There are, as long as we're taking out enemies quickly, we will speed it up slightly, but there's not really that much that you can do to speed it up. Serena's driving the tank. We are just in it. So take that out as quickly as possible so that the tank speeds up. Jack was 003. That's if you're confused who Jack is. We actually get some dialogue now. We've skipped all of the cutscenes, so we haven't been able to hear Pierce Brosnan's performance. I do feel like Pierce Brosnan phoned it in a little bit. There's a few lines that he has in the game which just didn't feel like he put his whole heart into it. There we go. Take out the chopper. We'll go for a drive.
Go left.
We'll go in there, hop in the little machine gun here. So this game was released after Pierce Brosnan's final film, which was Die Another Day. This was the first game in the series to sort of use this style, a style that was only used one more time. Following this, EA did an adaptation of From Russia with Love, where they actually got Sean Connery to return to do new voice lines for Bond. I played the demo of From Russia with Love, but I haven't actually played the game. Oh, that was nice. The guy blew up the barrels himself and got me the Bond moment. There's going to be some more cars
this game, because sorry.
Go on.
Because I was saying before, one of the reasons I even chose this game in the first place is because I used to play the demo of this game as a kid. I had it on the PS2, the demo. And I remember the motorcycle section, so I'm really looking forward to that bit.
I also played the demo for this over and over again, and then eventually bought the game. There's a time save that we can. I'm going to try and get here. There's a tank that I'm going to have to destroy, and that should be okay. Come on, one more hit. Yeah, we're good. If you don't destroy the tank like that, you keep looping round and round that roundabout until you do. So it's very important that you destroy that tank quickly so that you just immediately leave the roundabout. Try and... Oh, missed. I don't think destroying that helicopter saves any time, but it looks cool. So drive. Up here, we're nearly done with this level. Though Bond's directions are a bit weird. He's going to tell Serena to go right. We're actually going to go down there eventually. So I don't know why he tells her to go right. There's going to be another tank. Take that out nice and quickly. Because now we're going to loop round and go back where we came. So yeah, Bond's directions not great here. And speaking of the bike, the end of this mission is coming up, but we do have a small bike section. We get told that the MI6's presence has been alerted at the airport, so they need to leave. So Bond needs to hop on 003's Daytona and get out of there as quickly as possible. Little cutscene here. And I'm going to mash the shoot button so that as soon as we come out of the cutscene, go straight into this one. That didn't trigger the Bond. There's another cutscene that plays to show all of this being destroyed. And also triggers a Bond moment. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know which is faster. But yeah, we get Serena back to Jack's hideout so that she can be safe. But we now need to leave. we will be back in Peru. We're not done with Peru yet, but we're going to go head back to America, do some stuff there, and then come back to Peru a little bit later. Okay, John Cleese tells us what to do. This is the coolest vehicle in the game. We don't see it a lot here. This section is very short, but there is one mission in particular that's dedicated to it, which was also on the demo. That's the mission Insta is referring to. We get a Bond moment by taking the shortcut. And then what we want to do here, there's a plane. As long as I can cut out this corner here, not get... Oh, I bumped. Oh, I bumped. Okay. Hopefully I can still catch up. Oh, that was a bit awkward. So I need to get to the plane as quickly as possible. This isn't a fast plane. Come on, Bond. Yeah, we should be good. No, I'm not. No. All right. We luckily, when I restart mission here, it does not restart the whole thing.
I was just watching that and I was like, oh my god, that was so close.
It's quicker to hit the restart mission button there than it is to just sort of let the cutscene play out. It says mission failing and all of that. I just clipped the post, so I get another chance to show the really fast version of this. There we go. I haven't slowed down here, so hopefully this is better. Oh, not quite. It still wasn't quite as fast as it could have been, but we're on this time. There we go. And we escape. Classic James Bond. Another loading screen.
I need to find a copy of this game. I really want to play it.
The game's available on GameCube, Xbox, and PS2. The GameCube version is the preferred method for speedrunning, mainly because the driving sections are better. Although if you can play the PS2 version on a backwards compatible PS3, then it's faster because the loading times are improved. A lot of the records are actually on Xbox, which is weird. I've heard the PS2 version, the driving can be really awkward. The PS2 version is what I grew up on. I played the PS2 version. I do own a copy of the GameCube version as well now, though. So I will do some console runs of this at some point. But for the time being, happy with them. Happy with my...
Sadly, all I have is a PS2, but then I wouldn't be... I'm not really interested in speedrunning it. I just want to play it casually.
It is a really fun game just to play casually, because there's so much to explore. There's all the Bond moments to get, and also we're cutting out a lot of objectives because we're playing on Operative. We have our first actual speedrun trick in this level, though. There is a Bond moment here to the right, which we're gonna trigger, but there's a little cutscene that plays where like Bond jumps over and smashes through all this. But if we just go a little bit slow, you don't go up the jump and you just get teleported to the other side instead. So there we go. Our first actual sort of glitch or trick or exploit, whatever you want to call it. That gets us to the truck here nice and quick. Oh, that was a terrible turn. I never get that turn very well. I'm going to hop on out.
Your Vanquish just might fit in the back of that truck, 007.
And
Perhaps
then
you should take it along for the ride.
Open the bay door. And then if you notice inside here, Bond's going to get back in the car. We're going to pop it inside, and then Bond is somehow going to teleport into the driver's seat of this truck. Don't know how. But anyway, time for Cruising with 007. Welcome to today's driving podcast, Cruising with 007. We hope you're having a wonderful evening here in New Orleans. Our subject today is martinis. Which is your favourite way to have it? Do you prefer it shaken or stirred? Your Uber driver will be dropping you off very, very shortly. This is the only time this camera angle is available. When you're driving any other vehicle, you can swap camera angles, but it does not do anything like this sort of over-the-shoulder view. It's going to head to Diablo's warehouse. By the way, if you didn't notice from when I was talking about Diablo earlier, the main villain, he's played by Willem Dafoe. Yep, Willem Dafoe's likeness and voice is used in this game, so technically Willem Dafoe is part of the Bond universe, even though he's never been in a film. Okay, one more little use of this camera. We're going to say goodbye to this camera forever now. Bye, camera.
You'll have to attach tracking devices so we can follow their movements.
So now we pop a tracking device on this van, and we now learn that MI6 intelligence isn't all that intelligent. So one of the reasons we're here is because an NSA agent named Maya Starling has been investigating, and she's discovered this compound, and it's got ties to Diablo, but she's working undercover at one of Diablo's clubs, and we don't know which club she's working at. Like, this seems like very basic intelligence. So now we have to go and take out a limo that just left the compound, interrogate the driver, and find out what the name of the club is. I don't know why MI6 won't know this. Why didn't Agent Starling tell them this? We've got an oil slick that we can use. That's the quickest way of taking out the limo. But the driver tells us that she's working at the Kiss Kiss Club. So I need to get to the Kiss Kiss Club, infiltrate it, and get Agent Starling out before she's detected. Which actually takes place over a number of missions. But first we're going to get to the club. And we got turned around, because that cutscene loves to put us in awkward positions. Now, for this final section, getting to the club, this is actually one of the most dangerous parts of this mission, because we're not allowed to kill civilians. If I do a collision... If I collide with a civilian car, particularly if I go head into it, it can just blow up instantly, and that is mission failed. So I do have to be a little bit careful here, but we should be okay. Yep, I'm gonna smash through there, and there's the Kiss Kiss Club. We're good. Woo! We got through that without any civilian casualties, so we're all good. So. We're now going to head into the Kiss Kiss Club. This is another stealth mission, so of course that means we are going to completely ignore it. We're going to ignore the easiest and suavest Bond moment in the entire run, which is, as we go inside, there's going to be a woman not wearing very, very many clothes, looking for a massage, and you get a Bond moment for giving her a massage. Because we didn't, she realizes we're an intruder and she alerts everyone. So stealth is once again out the window. Here, I'm going to quickly swap to my strobe grenade, because there's some nasty guards here. So I'm going to strobe them, so they get out of my way. Get out of my way, please. There we go. Into here. I'm going to drop that. That is a bomb moment. It's a little bit slow, but it does take care of them all straight away, which is nice. We've got a shotgun now, which is really, really nice weapon to use. Shotgun use, out of my way. There's a hidden door here. Shotgun you, and shotgun you. Lovely. And that's the mission. Again, this is another mission where you have to go and get a key card to get through the final door if you're playing on any other difficulty. So again, just really speeds everything up, which is nice. We skip Underworld, because Underworld is a bonus mission that you unlock later on in the game for like getting so many like gold medals and stuff. So we don't have to do Underworld in a speedrun, because it's not a normal level. It's a bonus level. Switch on the thermovision for this, because we are going to be going into a dark area, which we cannot see at all. Take that guy up. Oh, that wasn't very nice. Take you out. Nope. I'm going to take you out just so that I don't get killed. Again, another advantage of Operative. We were able to just open that door instantly. On the other two difficulties, we'd have to go and get a key. We don't have to go and get that key. We're going to run to here. We're going to grab the Dragnov, which is the sniper rifle. There it is. We need to shoot the gate release there. There we go. How am I doing? I'm doing okay for health. There is some armor just around that corner, but I'm okay. I'm not gonna go and grab it. Just gonna take him out. So this one I am gonna get, because now I'm a little bit low. There we go. We're good. And we are gonna run off. Bond moment for killing that guy, because he hasn't opened the gate. Oh, there's a lot of you here. That was not very pleasant. But we're good. We're good. We got through them. There's one more guy here, and we'll just ignore him. We don't get hit by the lightning. And we go into our next boss fight. This is against a guy called LaRouge. So run down here, into here. Agent Starling. That's Agent Starling. She's played by Maya. Oh, that didn't actually connect. I should have a. There we go. There we go. We want to blow him up. Wherever possible. Ow. Oh, he's not being very nice. Come out from behind there. Oh. Oh, wow. I'm out of ammo. Unfortunately, I can't punch him. I need to find ammo. There we go. Oh, one hit off, and I ran out of ammo. He just didn't want to move. There's a few different places there where you can shoot barrels or you can shoot pipes and stuff to do damage and sort of coax him out. But he just decided to stay in that one place. It was pretty awkward. So we've rescued Agent Starling, and now we are on quite a big driving level called Battle in the Big Easy. Battle in the Big Easy. So we're going to get Agent Starling to the safe house. And here we are informed that there's a bomb. There's a bomb on our limo. And if we go too slow, the bomb will explode. Yes, it's just speed. We are in a speed situation. Incidentally, Speed 2, the main villain of Speed 2 was Willem Dafoe. So we have a link here. Hopefully we get there without... No, that...
The bomb has been defused.
We need Agent Starling to take that car out. There we go.
Too soon, I might add.
Into our little underground base. Our Aston Martin Vanquish is in here, so we're going to swap to that because it is a much more effective vehicle for taking out an entire base. So we're now going to head back to Diablo's warehouse, destroy it, because Diablo cannot be allowed to operate in New Orleans. That's what I said. Dame Judi Dench taking the limelight, as always. It's going to head over to the compound. And we're going to see a gadget that does make other appearances in other levels, but only for like extra bits and Bond moments. This is the only time in the speedrun we're actually going to see this gadget. It's a little remote RC car with a laser on it. So we're going to head back to the compound as quick as we can. Ooh. Oh, I have not. All right. The handbrake on this is a bit finicky. It doesn't really work very well. Right. RC laser. So we're going to head inside. We're going to find one of the fuel access panel and blow it up. First things first, there's going to be these two guards having a chat. We need to get rid of them. So we're going to hit this steam valve. Just gets rid of them. Try and drive the car a little bit during the cutscene. We at least got it off the platform. And now head over. There's a Bond moment for doing this with one RC car. If you destroy the RC car or if you run out of battery, you can pop another one out, but you'll only get a Bond moment if you do it with one. You should do. There's the access panel. Kaboom! So that's that done. Oh. And now, for some reason, our objective now is to deliver Maya to her apartment. So we've got to deliver to the apartment. We've also got to make sure that we're not followed, because there are agents, there are enemies all around trying to kill us. Which begs the question, why is the safest place for Maya back at her apartment? Would it not be better to take her back to, I don't know, the underground bunker that we have? Would that not be a safer place? Anyway, we get there in time. There's no one following us, so she can get safely back. And Maya and Bond enjoy some alone time. It is a Bond game after all. We're not done in New Orleans just yet. We leave Maya behind and we head out into the sort of swampy area, the bayou. I think that's what it's called. The bayou. Another stealth mission, which we are going to completely ignore the stealth element. Going to get our sleeper dart out. So here we know that there is some sort of facility here. So we need to try and find it. I'm going to equip the nano suit. So we now have access to the nano suit, which is a suit that makes us invisible. If we run quite quickly, we'll drop the invisibility. But we can sort of go in and out of it just to disrupt some guards. I need the rappel now. Come on, Bond. There we go. Up we go. Again, I said before, this is a really fun game to just to play casually because like this level's massive. I'm just gonna take him out like this because it's a bit easier to do. Great, I grabbed his sig. This level's massive, and we just dart to the exit as quick as possible. There's so much more of this level to see, and like nooks and crannies, and I do need to take out all the enemies here. Because the mission will only complete once all of the enemies are dealt with. There we go. Objective complete. Yakov's lair found. So Yakov is like one of the grunts that is working for Diablo, controlling this facility, and we're going to shut him down. There he is. We're going to shut him down. We're going to destroy these machines, and put a stop to it all. So we get a shotgun to start this mission, which is really nice. So there's 4... Oh, kaboom. There's 4 processing chambers. We just have to go into each of them and overload them. Grab some more ammo while we're in there. This is the first one. Shut this one down. This whole thing's going to explode, so I've got to get out of here nice and quickly. And try not to get shot. Ow. What? That was weird. I, like, shot that guy, and then but I still got punched by him, even though he was down, and then got punched by him again. That's very strange. Keep him away from my machines! These are my machines! Sorry, whose machines are these again? My machines! Sorry, that's a very old Scrubs reference. So I'm going to head over here. The order of this is relatively important for the speedrun. Because it's quicker to go from one side to the other. There's this electrical thing here. We need to make sure I don't get hit by it. If I'm nice and fast, I'll be able to dive through it, but I'm probably not fast enough there. I'm gonna play that safe and wait. It's not an instant kill, but you take a heck of a lot of damage. So we've done these in an optimized order anyway. We do now need to take out all the enemies for the final trick to work. I think I've taken everyone out. It is very, very important, at the very least, that you do this one last. Because when we do this one, it's going to create an electrical field that we can't pass. And we're going to finish the mission with a Q-Spider. So there's the electrical field. So we're going to drop a Q-Spider. The Q-Spider can go through the electrical field. It's an instant death to us if we get killed. We're going to drop it. We're going to wait here. There's going to be a cutscene. All the processing chambers being destroyed opens up these valves, and then we blow the spider. It destroys both of them at the same time, and that's the mission. We have one final mission in New Orleans. At the base, there has been a big truck full of the nanomites or the nanobots. Basically, the actual we're learning what the actual plan of Willem Dafoe's character is, which is he has developed a nano machine or a nanobot that can destroy metal. The only metal it is programmed to not destroy is platinum, and he owns a platinum mine. Oh, go that way then. He owns a platinum mine in Peru, so he is digging up platinum and using it to build an army. Platinum tanks, so that he can just destroy anyone else in his way, and his platinum army will be unaffected by the nanobots. So this is the famous mission. This is the other mission that was available on the demo, and we have got to weave through traffic. I am going to concentrate a little bit here because we want to stay in this sped up state as much as possible. Excellent. I nearly hit the wall and dropped it. There's a... Oh! That was interesting. Those cars are just... That car just poked his butt out. Go away. Leave me alone. We're not going to go up that jump. It is a Bond moment for going up that jump. But that's slow, so we don't do it. There's going to be some cars here, so just speed past them as quickly as possible. Let's get the flamethrower ready. And now we just need to catch up to the truck. The truck's being driven by Jaws, so we need to catch up to the truck. Oh! Ease our way through those trucks. All of the traffic in this is random. Traffic is completely RNG. So sometimes you can just get cut up. You know, a car can just suddenly veer out in front of you. Getting through with only one crash isn't too bad. Jaws is going to smash into that other truck. And there's a really, really cool moment here where you use the bike slide to slide under the tanker. But that's really slow, so we're just going to go around it. And finally, the final section, we now need to destroy Jaws' truck. All we're going to do is use the flamethrower on the tyres. We need to try and hit the tyres with all of them. Try and get around the other side. Oh! Don't think that's going to be it. Or is that it? Oh, nice. That was a really quick kill on the truck. Wonderful. We are done with New Orleans. We're now going to head off back to Peru. We are done here. We're going to not do the MI6 interlude. We go into simple exchange. Now, don't blink with a couple of these missions because these are very, very fast. Assuming I'm not allowed to get spotted here. So I'm going to use the nano suit a little bit. Take that guy out. I've been spotted. As long as I get to the exit before the alarm is raised, we're good. There we go. Mission complete. So we want an audience with Diablo. There is a race going on in town. So if we win the race, part of our prize is dinner with him. So we run into the hotel. We lock the driver in his shower and then steal his clothes and steal his car. And so now we're now going to do the race. So this is red line. Because we're on operative, we only have to do 2 laps. On the other 2 difficulties, we have to do 3. So again, we have a nice perk of the operative difficulty. And all we've got to do is win. It is relatively easy. I would be very, very surprised if I didn't win. Because I'm going to get into first place very, very quickly. And then there's a couple of shortcuts that we can take. Yeah, that is it for this mission. It is just a race around an island that we've already been around quite a lot. So Insta, if you want to talk about Everyone Can or anything else, now would be a fantastic time to jump in.
Yeah, I can talk about Everyone Can all day. Now, of course, we are doing this as a charity event. Now, this is the last run of today, but we are back again tomorrow, and we're back again on Monday. But Everyone Can, of course, are a fantastic charity. They're based in Manchester. In fact, Nick, you are doing Albion Speedrun Marathon in 3 weeks, and you're also raising money for Everyone Can.
We are.
So it just goes to show how amazing they really are. They're a local charity based in Manchester, and they have a gaming centre there as well. And me and Nick have actually been there, and it's a really nice place. And that's where Everyone Can host their gaming sessions. I don't remember what the price list was for some things, but I think if you donate £5, then that's a gaming session for one child, which is absolutely incredible. And to keep things like that going, you know, just letting kids play video games regardless of whether they have any type of disability or anything like that, and they do provide a lot of help to a lot of people. The total we've donated so far to Everyone Can is £49. I would like that to be even higher. Because honestly, I would really like for us to have a really nice big total ready to donate to them at the end of the event. But Nick is also doing a Lord of the Rings run tomorrow, and there's a poll for that particular run: Aragorn versus Legolas for the character that you would like him to play, and it's a tie at the moment. It's £5 for Aragorn and it's £5 for Legolas. Now, we don't want Nick to be choosing the character, we want the community to choose the character. So, if you would like to see one of those characters win that poll, then be sure to get those donations in !donate if you're on Twitch. There's a link in the description if you're on YouTube. And be sure to add a poll option for the Lord of the Rings onto your donation as well, and make sure that Nick chooses the right character for tomorrow's Lord of the Rings run. But there are other incentives available as well on the page if you'd like to add your donation to one of them as well. But let's try and get an even better donation total as well. Let's get an even higher donation total. I want us to send a lot of money to Everyone Can, because it really does help out a lot, and they are such a fantastic bunch of people, and they help out so many people as well.
I absolutely love visiting. It was only a couple of weeks ago that I went to visit them on behalf of Albion Speedrun Collective, and yeah, just a wonderful setup that they've got. You know, some of the machines and setups they've got that help you know, people with physical disabilities are just incredible. But that is Red Line complete. So we beat the mission. We came first, and now we get our audience with Diablo. We will very, very briefly see Nice up and close, and then we have the fastest mission of the game. We're back in the hotel for Ambushed. Again, we skip something with the Operative difficulty. I'm gonna try and get around him without being got, and now we're just gonna escape. Gonna run. There is gonna be a guy around here with a shotgun, so I'm gonna make sure I dive so I don't get hit by him. Nice, and that's the mission, and that's probably the fastest I've ever done that mission. I did not get hit or punched or anything. That was 16 seconds. 16 seconds for that mission. That was wonderful. Brilliant. So we have one more mission with the bike. Although we actually start in the racing car. So we've escaped. Diablo wants us dead. We need to get into his platinum mine so that we can shut it down now that we know what he's using the platinum for. So we're still escaping. We've escaped the hotel. We've jumped in the race car, but as Judy didn't, she's going to tell us it's not an armored vehicle. So if we want to get Miss Shemaine back home again, there's this obsession with taking the girls home, you know, rather than like our bases or our our bunkers and stuff. We have these safe houses for a reason. They're safe. Why are we taking her back to her apartment when all of the militia is after us? It's a very weird. It's a very weird decision. We already know where it is. We're going to head back, and we are going to get out of this car, and we are going to hop on the bike. And this level's called the High Road because it's basically a big jumping puzzle. Because we're an operative, we actually skip the first half of the jumping puzzle, and we go straight to, there's a checkpoint partway through, and we just head straight to the checkpoint instead. So we're going to do a bit of a wheelie to make sure I get through there. And we're going to head over to the Platinum Mine. But we can't get in through the bottom, so we've got to go in through the top. So drive down here, back the way we came, back down this very very San Francisco inspired stairway. And then take a hard left here, because that's the checkpoint. So, let's say, normally you'd get to this point and this checkpoint would open up. We'd have done a load of other jumping bits, but in Operative we just start here instead, which is really nice. I think this really cool bit of music as well. And then as we go through here, there's going to be a couple of jumps. I'm going to slow down for one of them because it's actually possible for Bond to completely skip here. Got to make sure I actually land there, otherwise you can just fall down. And then here, I need to make sure I stay on the right, stay on this top path. There is a slower path to the left there. You actually, the bridge breaks, and there's a Bond moment for doing it. Got to be careful I don't fall off the cliff, which I haven't. And that's the mission. We have reached the Platinum Mine. We're going to go and shut down Diablo's operation. This is the final level in Peru, and then we are going to head off to our final location. It's Diablo's plan. Like any good Bond villain, Diablo puts us into what he believes is an unwinnable situation. We are strapped. There he is. There's Willem Dafoe. We are strapped to this machine, but we use an EMP coin to get rid of it. So yeah, classic Bond trope. Put Bond in a situation which the villain thinks he would not be able to escape from, and then leave him to escape. Classic Bond. Use the sleeper dart here just to take out some of these enemies. Get out of my way. Lovely. I do want to swap to that Desert Eagle because the Desert Eagle's really... actually, I'm going to stick with the MP5K for the moment. On this way, ignore all of these guards, and then we need to shoot these so that they stop. There's some armor there, which I'm going to grab. Now I want the Desert Eagle. We need to destroy these, which take 2 hits. Lovely. That was nice and fast, actually. We're going to head up. And now we need to activate the override switch in the control center, which is going to blow the entire facility. So we'll run through. Desert Eagle is a really, really good weapon. If you're close, it is a one-hit kill. Oh, as long as Bond aims correctly. Bam, bam, shoot him. Ignore the other guy. Switch on the override switch. We don't need to go into there. There are Bond moments for like putting a spider bot in there and all of that, but we don't need that. Just going to run to the exit and get out. Right through here, shoot you. Going to ignore the guards and go straight for the elevator button. We've got to wait for the elevator, so we'll now shoot the guards. And done. That's it. That is the end of Peru. We're going to escape the mine. There's going to be a little cutscene. We'll skip the cutscene, but Bond runs out of the mine, jumps off the cliff, and Serena's there in the helicopter, which is great. Thanks, Serena. And we are going to head to our final area. Now, I'm not going to tell you where this final area is set. It's quite subtle. The location's quite subtle. So I'm going to leave it up to the viewers to just sort of see if you can work it out. See if you can work out where in the world we are. Oh, it doesn't help that Judi Dench then immediately spoils it.
You must arrive before the Avalos forces descend upon Red Square, Bond. There might be a shortcut beyond that wall.
So yeah, I completely forgot that Judi Dench just then's like, oh yeah, you need to go into Red Square, and he's attacking the Kremlin. But I feel like because of video games, if I ever went to Russia and went to Moscow, I'd know exactly what Red Square looks like because I've seen it in video games. This and Tony Hawk's Underground 1. So there's the Kremlin. And we are... Did you know there is a secret underground base behind the Kremlin? If you ever go to Red Square, go and have a look. See if it's there. See if it's there. We're going to destroy some tanks. Nice. Let's quick shooting. Smash through here. So basically Diavolo's plan here is he's going to release the nanovirus to destroy the Kremlin and take over Russia. But we're going to go and stop him from doing that. We're going to go down into the underground areas and sink it. There we go. There's the source. Destroy the bomb. And we have 2 options here. He's now trying to get into the Kremlin with brute force, with some tanks. We can go and like destroy the structures underneath the square, but that's a bit slow compared to just going and taking out the tanks ourselves. That's what we're going to do. If I was on low health, then I'd probably go and take out the bits because it's a little safer. Ooh. There we go. But we're good. I got plenty of health. Because these tanks have got to take out here, they all take 2 hits.
We're under attack.
I'm actually being attacked by another tank. But that's fine, I only need to destroy these ones. Oh, went a bit high there with that shot. And there we go. That's it. This is the only mission we get to drive the tank. This is a bit of fun. And now we are going to head into the underground base in the Kremlin for a few missions. After. There we go. So, on to Dangerous Ascent. There is a Bond moment and a Q Spider section that we can do to switch off some lasers. But as long as we go down this descent in the correct location, which is about here... I should be able to go as fast as possible, completely avoid the lasers, and not get hit by the turret. Oh, I actually did get hit by that laser.
I need to make a correction very, very quickly because I happened to look on my Stripe account and there appears to have been a donation that was made at 9 o'clock this morning, which never registered.
Oh, wow.
So it never got added into my database. So our actual donation total is £59.
Hey!
Sadly, I don't know who made that donation, so I have stuck it in as an anonymous donation. But if that person who made the donation at 9 o'clock this morning is still in the chat, please let me know so I can update the record in the database. But obviously, because it was made, because I never actually got it saved in the database, I haven't got a donation incentive to link it to either. So the first person who either says Aragorn or Legolas in the chat, that will be the donation, that will be the poll option that it goes towards for tomorrow's Lord of the Rings run. So the first person to either Legolas or Aragorn, that will be the donation incentive that goes towards, and that'll be an extra £10 for whatever that option is.
So unfortunately, a combination of getting hit by that laser on the way down and then just enemies being annoying, and I did take a death. We're gonna grab these. We'll try this again. Use the nano suit. There we go. Right, try this again.
One more to go, 007.
Okay, just run a bit quicker this time. Ignore him. Shoot him. And go, go, go. Right, luckily there is... so here we can ignore the enemies. Oh, go on, Bond. We need to hit these. Ow. We need to hit these. That one. And this last one. Have I got a Desert Eagle on me? Oh, I've got a SIG. That should do it. There we go. Brake controls destroyed. Whee! And then we have our final Jaws boss fight here. So Jaws is going to hop in. We need to take out his the flamethrower. Try not to hit here. And then what we want to do... No! A bit too gung-ho there. There is a speedrun trick that we can do here, where what's going to happen after we destroy it is we're going to get into that that Harrier that's just sat there. No, I dived the wrong way. And we're going to get into its ejector seat. If before that little cutscene that played just then, if you can get to the Harrier and get to the seat before that cutscene starts, you actually skip it. Which is what I tried to do where I got killed, but that's okay. We're done. Not far now. This is the second to last mission.
Not the escape route I would have taken, but it seems to have done the job.
Thank you, Em.
So now we have this, again, what looks like a really big level, but because we know where we're going, it's relatively straightforward. I am going to, once again, equip the nanosuit, just to try and get enemies to ignore me somewhat. We're going to head this way. And this mission, we can actually go through most of this mission without even having to hurt anyone. We just run. Grab some armor. Completely ignore these enemies. You'll notice that some enemies now have nanosuits of their own. Up this lift. Again, I haven't killed anyone yet. Through here, we'll completely ignore that guy. And we are just aiming for that big gate there. There's going to be a little cutscene that plays. Open the door. And then, again, I'm going to ignore those guys and just get straight to the end. There we go. We completed that mission without killing anybody. Except for this bit, because we now have another boss fight. Oh, no, that's in this mission. I'm thinking of the wrong bit. This is the final card, and this mission is the one mission that has a massive skip in it. We are going to skip the main objective of this mission with a glitch.
You're about to find out, Diablo.
It's kind of the only one of these that appears in the whole game. So what we're going to do is I'm going to come to here. I'm going to equip a gadget we haven't used yet called the network tap. Allows us to tap into these. I'm going to drop out of it. I'm going to shoot a second one. and you see that there's some guards come through that door over there. What I now need to do is get through that door. That door is our exit, but we shouldn't be going through this exit until we've completed the main objective. But because the door doesn't close, we just escape and we have beaten it. We've done the level. Although there is a boss fight now to do. So yeah, that's a massive skip, and it's the only sort of skip like that in the run. Unfortunately, we now have this terrible, terrible boss fight. Because we're on a lift, trying to hit this Harrier is just terrible. For some reason, like the aim is just really, really bad, and you can see that I'm just like trying to hit and it doesn't really land. So we just kind of blast and hope for the best with this one. Like, that's both wings done, and then there's a nano bomb on the bottom of it. I got a bit of damage onto it. I got a bit more damage onto it. Oh, I hit the strut. Yay, there we go, and we're done. Nano bomb destroyed. Someone said Legolas. All right, this is the final mission. This is everything or nothing. This is a massive run through back through Diavolo's base. He has got a nuclear warhead. That's the whole reason he was trying to invade the Kremlin, so that he could access its nuclear weapons. And he is going to fire a nuke at the US or somewhere. I can't remember where exactly he's supposed to be firing it. We're going to go and stop him. So we're just going to run through as quickly as possible. One thing we try and do here is we actually try and limit how many kills we get, because there is the game can only process a certain number of enemies at a time. So if we don't kill... Oh, I took a lot of damage there. Oh, if we try and limit the number of enemies we kill, then less enemies will spawn. So, for example, this final section that I'm going to run through now, there are still so many enemies left on the level that there are no enemies spawning here. We now just get to run through here without having to deal with any of them. Yeah, normally there'd be a firefight. We'd be still bombarded with enemies, but the game hasn't got the memory capacity to spawn anymore. We head into the final launch area. So we have the final boss fight against Diavolo. It's quite tricky. I'm going to make sure I've got my rocket launcher ready straight away. Diavolo is in like this bunker that we need to destroy. So just make sure I get this right. Cool. He's dead. That was it. Boss fight over. All we got to do now is destroy this missile. Time is when the final cutscene begins. So there's going to be 3 shots. 1, 2, 3, and time. The day is saved. The nuclear launch is averted, and of course, Bond manages to meet back up with Serena for some fun, probably. I would think.
Or some Bond time.
Some Bond time. There's nothing like some good bonding. There he goes. Look at him. Oh, James.
What was that?
Oh, my.
Oh, James. Ooh.
Oh, James.
Ooh, I'm getting very hot under the colour. Yeah, this game is wonderful because it really does try and make the game feel like a Bond movie. As I say, it's the first game in the series that kind of diverted away from the first-person style of, GoldenEye, Agent Under Fire, Nightfire was the game before this, and went with this almost cinematic and driving. And yeah, it's, as I say, there is so much more to explore and see with this game, especially all of the Bond moments are lots of fun trying to figure out all the different things you have to do to unlock them. But the speedrun's relatively straightforward. And yeah, it's been really fun learning and running this game. So InstaSim, thank you very much for letting me speedrun this here for you at InstaSpeedathon. I will be back tomorrow for, as it stands, a Legolas run of Lord of the Rings The Two Towers, unless there are more donations to come in to change that in any way. So yeah, I've been Nick RP Green. You can find me over at twitch.tv/Nick RP Green, or you can come back and see me tomorrow.
Yes, so final time on that run is actually the only number apart from zeros in this is 1. So it's 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 1 second.
Not bad. I'll take that.
Which is an interesting time, especially. So that phantom donation from this morning, who sadly did not get added to the database when the donation was made. So whoever made that donation, I'm very, very sorry about that. Tech issues happen all the time at InstaSpeedathon, we all know that. I have stuck it so that it goes onto the blindfolded incentive for Rhythm, for the Rhythm Heaven Fever run, which means that's now on £20 out of 50, so it only needs 30 more pounds to actually be met, which is absolutely incredible. And there's also, we put it onto the Legolas character choice for the Lord of the Rings run, which Nick is doing tomorrow, which now stands that Aragorn has £5 donated to it and Legolas has 15. And at the moment, Legolas is winning that poll. But of course, if you don't want Legolas to win that poll, then by all means stick your donation towards Aragorn, so that Aragorn has a bit more, has a few more donations towards it as well.
If you
but
like,
that run is taking place tomorrow.
I was gonna say, if you like swords, go for Aragorn. If you like bows, stick with the Legolas.
Exactly. So that is where things are standing at the moment. Total donations, therefore, including that phantom donation that we had this morning that wasn't there before, is £59 to everyone can, which does mean that we're £10 away from absolute perfection. So if anybody wants to bring in that £10 donation so that we have just the perfect way to end today's stream, then please do so. Or if you do that overnight and then tomorrow we start with perfection, then that's even better. But in any case, that pretty much ends today. I will do a little blurb later on before we finish off for the day, because tomorrow we have some excellent runs to carry on with as well, and hopefully we can even raise even more money for the fabulous folks over at Everyone Can. But exclamation mark donate in the chat if you're on Twitch. There's a link in the description if you are on YouTube. That will take you to the donation page, and the donation page will remain open overnight as well if there's any donations that happen to come in whilst we're offline. But yeah, so Nick, do you have any final things you'd like to say? Because obviously I know you're doing Albion Speedrun Marathon. In fact, you're hosting Albion Speedrun Marathon. I'm helping out with that as well, funnily enough. So I will be seeing you in 3 weeks' time in person. I'll see you virtually tomorrow for Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
Is there anything else you'd like to say about this particular game before we finish?
Yeah, I'd say it's a really fun blast from the past. It's been a joy to learn the speedrun and really get back into a game that I loved as a kid. So yeah, if you ever want to learn a new speedrun, think about what you used to play before, give it a go, and you might find that you love it as a speedrun as well.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for taking part, and we will see you tomorrow.